Like, this isn't even cool crackhead hours. This is just like stupid.
All right, let's get this thing in. Look, it's basically installing itself.
Well, here we go, let's get those wheels out on the road. It may get dusty, but that's the way she goes. We'll build some greasy old cars and drink our AGD. Hey, don't you know, it's partly built.
So Steve and I are just going to our parts store because today Steven is going to harvest a 9-inch.
Salvage myself some parts for my truck.
We're gonna make this Dodge full of everything but Dodge parts.
Pretty much.
So once again, it never fails. We come out here and the wind is just howling. So you'll probably not be able to hear a single thing we do or say. But there we go. This truck has had a 9-inch swapped into it very poorly. And once we start pulling it out, we'll show you what we mean. But our job today is to get this 9-inch harvested.
This 9-inch is the crackhead special.
Yeah, the crackhead special is right. What are you doing there, Steven?
Oh, get the last fucking wheel nut off.
How come you don't use that nice impact?
Oh, battery's deader than this.
Oh well. This is our Haggard assembly on our jack here. And it is an excellent jack because it was free. We found it in the box of the truck. Along with the meth pipe that Steven found.
Bolt, like, I didn't have to double wrench the damn thing. This is just like a
just your stubby
special. Yeah, just a stubby.
And the scary part is they fucking drove it like this.
Yeah, like this thing is rolling down.
But I bet you it sounded good because of this hole in the muffler.
But you know,
or at least the crackhead thought it did.
All I gotta
Probably
know
sounded like a grain truck.
Ford 9-inch life, yo.
Yeah.
Well, update. I was out here yesterday, did some stuff. Filmed on my phone, but I did it vertically, so I don't think we'll put that footage in.
Yeah, because Steven's an idiot. He doesn't understand how to use his camera. I sent this camera with him and he was too lazy to grab it out of the car.
So I used my phone. But anyways, so yesterday I found out this truck, it is a posi rear axle, from best I can guess, and it is a 3.5 something ratio. I don't know what the hell these 9 inches ran. Like
once we get it out and cleaned, we should be able to read that tag. And
yeah,
it should tell us.
If that tag is actually accurate, who knows? But then again, this is a crackhead swap, so this is probably honestly how it was when it came out of the car.
We saw its limited work. Like, if you look here,
actually it's a truck. It's got
the shackle. They just kind of half-hacked the old shackle so they could set the new one in beside it. They didn't do any of that right, so we'll have to cut off the old ones and get it done right. Hey Steven, how much did this axle cost you?
Cost me a whole 75 buckaroonies.
75 bucks. Can't imagine why we always shop here.
75 bucks for a nice posi unit.
How much did all that stuff we grabbed the other day cost you?
50.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we come here.
Best part store.
All right. Once he gets out from under there, I'll cut the other side.
Ford 9-inch. It's a nice mod work by the old crackhead himself, whoever that might be. My luck, the guy we're calling a crackhead is watching these things. He's coming like hunt us down now.
Oh, whatever.
But anyways.
Prove to us you didn't smoke crack with your crack pipe that we found in the cab.
Exactly. So there we go, guys. We got a 9-inch. So now it's back to the shop and
like we do some Haggard
some
stuff,
fun.
but I would have never ever taken anything on the road like that.
yeah, no, that is just disgusting.
Like, just to tell you, it had one wheel on it. That wheel didn't fit the bolt pattern, so they just augured out the holes and the bolts were kind of tight. The shackle wasn't welded in on that side. The
shock
shocks were held on with freaking muffler clamps.
These U-bolt or the U-joint bolts, they were just like loose as can be. Like a stubby wrench, just
So
no effort.
Like I said, we do some Haggard stuff around here.
But at least we do it
I'd
more
never
or less
take something
safe.
like that on the road.
Yeah.
I don't care if it runs like a bag of crap and looks like a bag of crap, but it better not just
Try to kill
explode
it.
and kill people.
So yeah.
So now the fun part, we get to heave this beast into the back of the Dodge. Son of a
diddly. Alrighty, guy. So here's that wheel, and you can see that hole's been augured, that's been augured, and that's got a little bit of touch right on the right-hand side there. That's a little haggard. And I think that's the most close to a factory hole, but it's still been touched up.
Way oversized.
Look on this side, you can see where the die grinder chewed in down there, right there, there, and there. So they were like really going to town on this thing.
That's what you get when you put a 5.3-inch bolt pattern rim on 5.5. Okay, so we stripped the axle shafts and the brakes and the brake lines all off of the 9-inch here. I'm going to start cutting these old perches off, and I'm just going to buff the top of the tube here so that once we get the other axle out and get the perches cut off it, we can get this all slapped in there, and then we can get it tacked up. But that's enough talking, let's get some work done. Okay, got that all buffed up. It's not perfect, but it's good enough for the guy it's for.
Yeah, pretty much.
I got both sides buffed up enough, cleaned up enough that we can weld to this. So now we'll get started pulling out the old diff. Okay, so initially we were going to take the grinder and the cutoff wheel and just cut chunks of the housing out, and then take the perches to Steven's work and use the plasma to cut them. But the next door neighbor come over to me today and said, hey, I got some light stands in the garage if you want to buy them. And then in the corner he had an acetylene torch and cart, and I said, what do you want for that? He said, I don't know, give me 75 bucks. I said, I'll give you 100 bucks for it all. We just checked it, and the bottles are like 3/4 full. So we're gonna use that to cut the perches off the diff now. All right, so we were just gonna cut the perch off the tube, but we wanted to be pretty careful about it. So we actually ended up cutting the tubes. And I can't believe how heavy these stock axles were. Holy crap.
And a dinky axle like this.
Yeah. But Steven's got his specialty goggles on here.
With my nice hair.
That came with the torch. I love those goggles. And we did consider safety. As you can see, we did that on the concrete. And if you look way over here, you'll see we have a fire extinguisher. All right, so off camera, I got the perches off of the chunks of the diff that we cut out. And I did it off camera because you guys don't need to watch me grind and hack on dust. So they fit pretty close. I just got to take a little bit off the corners on them. Alright guys, so we just got these all set in here. We just got the U-bolts a little snug. Mine's a little too tight actually to get it centered here, but first thing we're going to do is we're going to center the diff side to side. And we can do that by going from the edge of the spring pack to the edge of the axle flange. I'm at 8 inches.
You do the inner or outer edge?
Inner edge.
Inner edge, okay.
Okay, it's got to come back my way a 16th. Oh, actually, hang on. Are you going from the spring itself?
Yeah, the very bottom spring itself.
6 and 15/16.
Oh, we're up by like, I mean, honestly, I could be at that same point too, so.
Yeah. So I had an idea, and we're going to try it here, on how to center, or how to get this up at ride height. We're going to lift it up, and we're going to put jack stands under the springs themselves to keep them compressed. And that should give us a good guesstimation of ride height.
We just zeroed out the angle finder on the transmission. Now we're gonna set up on the diff here. Let's try and set the camera up so you might be able to see somewhat of what we're doing. Yeah, I'll have to readjust. Where is the diff here? Right there? Maybe. Sure, we'll go with that. Let's get this. I don't know if they can see anything. Heck yeah, they can. Okay, so now we're gonna make this 0 or within a couple degrees.
We want about 1 to 2 degrees.
Okay, we're at 15. Okay, so
you slide the nose of the jack under your platform, I'll pump the jack for you. Do it with the jack so it stays solid.
I got it at 0 right now.
Well, you don't want 0.
So you want it up or down though?
I want it down 2 degrees. Okay, let it down on the jack. Just let it down on the jack.
Right there is 2 degrees.
Okay, let go.
Okay, we're at 2.1. Let's just set it flat in the jack.
Yes.
Okay, now slowly go up. Bit more, we're at 4. 3.5. 3. 2.5. Right there. We're at 2.
2?
Yeah.
Okay, double check on your transmission.
This is 0 degrees.
Perfect. Tack it in there.
Anyways.
Steven is going to get these tacked. I'll do another hefty one.
Yeah.
And now let's repeat that process on the other side, and then we'll drop the diff back out.
Alrighty, so time to get stick welding on these friggin' perches. Get them all nice and on there. Remember guys, safety first or something. We got it. Could be expired. probably expired. But still has pressure. Good enough for me.
Okay, so the 9" is now in, bolted. We got the proper U-bolts so that we could reuse the factory shock mounts. We got the brake lines all plumbed in. I put the backing plates back on. We got the axle shafts in. We put new studs in the axle shafts. And now Steven's just going to throw the drums on.
Get some wheels on this bugger.
And we went out to the junkyard and snagged some Ford 5-on-5.5 rims. So we'll get them thrown on and then we'll show you.
Hey guys, we have tires.
Got the drive shaft back from the machine shop. I'm going to get started putting the U-joints in it, and I'll get both U-joints put into the drive shaft, and then I'll quick pull the stub shaft out of the back of the tranny. Get that U-joint in as quick as I can so that we lose as little oil as possible out of the tranny. And then we'll get her stuffed in.
Okay guys, so 9" in, tires are on. We're holding air pressure at about 2.5 of the tires here. But other than that, on to more fun things. Hope you enjoyed. Do what you want, I guess. If you want to like and subscribe, all that fun jazz. And then, yeah, we'll catch you in the next episode.